Hello children, today we are going to start with chapter 3, two stories about flying from the book First Flight. Well children, we are going to cover the first part, that is his first flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty. Children, now let me tell you what we are going to cover up in this story. We are going to cover up the theme, the learning outcome, and of course, most importantly, the detailed explanation of the chapter. Now before I proceed with anything, let me tell you this story, first of all, is a parable, or I would say rather an allegory, which will at last teach you an instructive lesson. So, now coming on to the writer Liam O'Flaherty. Well, children, Liam O'Flaherty was an Irish novelist and short story writer. He was born in a remote village of Gortnag in Galway. In 1908, he went to Rockwell College. He became a popular literary figure with his best-selling novel, The Informer. And at the same time, children, today he is remembered as a major voice in the Irish literary renaissance. Now coming down to the chapter. Well, children, you will see that the chapter deals with a young seagull, right? The chapter deals with a young bird that is afraid to fly for the first time. Now, the bird, or I would rather say he, believes that his wings would not support him. Despite his younger siblings flying fearlessly with much shorter wings, he could not gather the courage to do the same. He was punished to stay hungry if he did not try. Thus, it was his mother that compelled him to fly by using food as a trap. The lesson also reflects how one hesitates to take the first step and that the fear is all in the mind. So children, one should trust one's abilities because the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. Now, proceeding with the chapter, I would just like to remind you or just like to update you with a very well said quote. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And you will find that the entire chapter is based on this thought process. Now children, coming down to the chapter part, especially the first paragraph, where it states the young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and sisters had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would not support, and thus he sleeps at night. So what happens here in the first part, or in the first paragraph rather, the story is about a young seagull who is at that stage of life where he has to learn to fly. Unlike his younger brothers and sisters, he is too afraid to fly. When all of them went for flying for the first time near the edge of the sea, all of them except him succeeded. He could not trust his wings. He got terrified by the vast sea and got convinced that he could never fly. As a result, he was ashamed and disheartened and thus went inside the ledge where usually he slept. Second paragraph, even when each of his brothers and his little sister, this paragraph children, here what happens, his younger siblings managed to take their first flight despite their wings being shorter than his. But he could not summon the courage. But he could not gather the courage, though he tried so desperately. He was scolded by his parents for not trying again, but he was so afraid that he could not even move. Now similarly, what happens now in the third paragraph, that was 24 hours ago, right children? Now here in this paragraph, it happens so that he had been alone for a day after he tried because his parents were busy focusing on his siblings. Of course, they needed to teach the other siblings, the skill, the mastery of flying. So they helped his siblings master the art of flying and diving for food, that is fish. His older sibling even caught his first fish, which he proudly ate at a rock while his parents celebrated it that morning. Now, parents taunted him all the way for being a coward. Now you see children what happened, no? parents, they like taunted him, they made him feel embarrassing, made him feel ashamed. Now in the next paragraph it happens so the sun was now ascending the sky, right? It was rising through the air. Now the sun had now risen and he was feeling the heat more than ever because he was empty stomach since the night before. He stepped out of his ledge and pretended to sleep on one leg to gain the attention of his family. Still no one noticed him. His siblings were sleeping. His father was cleaning his feathers with his beak, and his mother was standing on another plateau eating fish while she noticed him. The seagull got mad on seeing the fish because he was very hungry. He loved to tear away fish and scrape his beak now and then. Now children, you will see the kind of noise, the kind of sound the young seagull makes. Ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him. Now in this paragraph, the young seagull cries in hunger to his mom, while his mother screams back angrily. But he kept crying, which soon turned into a joyful scream at the sight of his mother flying towards him with a piece of fish. Now here what happens, the young seagull feels very happy after finding his mother coming towards him. He got excited as she came nearer and thus leaned forward. Suddenly she stopped, not too far from him. Out of excitement and hunger, he dived at the fish without realizing for a moment that he was afraid to fly. Now here with a loud scream, he fell. Now what happens here in this paragraph, children? With a loud scream, he got so excited that he fell as soon as he tried. For a moment he was in shock and stood still out of terror. All this lasted only for a moment, and soon his feathers opened as he flied. He could feel the wind against his breast feathers, stomach, and even his wings. He could feel himself cutting through the air. He was no more afraid. He was just a bit nervous, but then his mother accompanied him, supported him. The whole family screamed out of excitement, thus celebrating his victory over fear. Now children, coming down to the next paragraph, then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. Now once he overcome his fear, he forgot that he was once afraid of it. He did all those things he once feared. He flied straight over the sea and could see the greenery and the mountains beneath him. He screamed out of joy as he enjoyed the victory. Now, the last paragraph, when all these things were happening, of course, it was, a moment of joy and happiness for the entire family. So when he landed, his family landed along with him as a gesture that they were proud. They were screaming and shouting in excitement in their high-pitched voices. He then went into the sea, where at first he got scared and thus panicked. He tried escaping but got tired and weak because of hunger. Thus, when he calmed down, he started floating in the sea he was once afraid of. His family was celebrating in excitement and even offered him food as praise. Finally, children, the young seagull had overcome his fear and had made his first flight. Now children, this is the complete story. Now coming down to the most important part, especially a few value-based questions. Now see children, after reading this entire chapter, we come to a conclusion that all parental acts are for the betterment of the children. It is quite true. However, one has to make efforts through trials and errors, shedding off one's early hesitations and fears to succeed in any enterprise. Now here, what served as the main motivating force for the young seagull to plunge and taught him how to fly in the air was definitely hunger. It was the hunger of the young seagull which maddened him and compelled him to come out of box. So children, here the story teaches us that we need to have that self-confidence and self-reliance. That is very much important. Children, at the same time, you see that children at this point of time, students, we have to understand that hesitations and fears play necessary parts in human life. But we get success in any enterprise only when we overcome our doubts, hesitations and fears. And if we keep that in us, then certainly there will be no success, nothing in your life. At the same time, children, we need to take, regular taunting and humiliations of our family, of our teachers. Those are actually our motivating force. Those are our motivational force and encouragements which helps us to finally succeed in life. And definitely, children, if we talk about the theme, success can't be taken for granted. One has to struggle and finally to win it. Similarly, the story of the young seagull is a story of overcoming hesitations, doubts, and fears that stand between us and our success. Hunger makes him take the final plunge, and for us, definitely it is, marks, it is our career, the drive which pulls us and helps us to move ahead in life. So, definitely, children, if we are not ready to overcome hesitations, doubts, and fears, if we will not believe in ourselves, then certainly success will never come our way. So, ultimately, the chapter has given us a strong motivation, you know, to overcome hesitation and fear in our life if you want to excel. With this, I end this chapter. Children, the notes, the theme, everything will be provided to you with this explanation. Thank you. Have a nice day.